Welcome back for day 2 of volleyball here in the shoe. The Lenoir-Rhyne Bears taking on UVA Wise in their second matchup after last night's huge conference determining game. Lenoir-Rhyne swept Tusculum last night and absolutely dominated. 5 Bears over 4 kills. Taylor Prawl leading with 8. Taylor Prawl, Braylon Faust, and Emma Clark absolutely dominating up front at the net. And a couple of the stats from Prawl: 8 kills, 2 aces, 14 digs. Easily the player of the game. None of the stats really rang out. It was a pretty quick game, as I said. Three sets, a sweep for the Bears. That's their first of the season. And not to mention, Rachel Buick had a little bit of a quiet night, but she was named National Player of the Week this past week. Only the second ever Bear to earn those honors. Something that really stuck out last night was limiting the errors. Only 8 last night compared to the Pioneers' 20. Getting on a little bit of a run in just each of the 3 sets, being able to pull out to a pretty solid lead. And then the Pioneers were just not able to get back. It's easily been the most solid I've seen this Bears team play in my 4 years here. And they're just getting started as they're taking on UVA Wise tonight. Not so great on the other side. They're 3-10 overall, and then 0-7 in the conference. They played as well last night against Mars Hill. Kelsey Green, 8 kills. Blevin, 7 kills, and Minor with 5 kills. And Scares had a solid 2 aces on the night. But overall on the season, Addison Minor, 89 kills total. Kelsey Green with 83 kills and 22 aces. So watch her when she gets up to serve tonight. A couple of notes from last night. UVA Wise has been swept the last 3 games, so they're going to be a dangerous team coming into tonight. With Lenoir-Rhyne playing so well, they have nothing to lose, and especially on that losing streak, maybe taking 1 set from this Bears team is going to be huge for UVA Wise tonight. Their game keys are going to be needing to have a good day blocking. They didn't have any blocks last night, but also neither did the Lenoir-Rhyne. And then being able to capitalize on Lenoir-Rhyne's mistakes, but that's going to be pretty tough. Only 8 last night total. A couple serving errors as well, but being a little bit more aggressive for the Bears on the serves and really just connecting all around. Good flow on the court. And then limiting mistakes for UVA Wise is going to be huge tonight. We got a minute 30 left before we hear the national anthem and opening ceremonies here in the shoe before we get going. So we'll be back here in about a minute to listen to that.
City, Ohio, number 4, Taylor Prawl. From Olin, North Carolina, number 6, Ashley Hawkins. From Simpsonville, South Carolina, number 9, Colette Raw. From Greensboro, North Carolina, number 12, Helen Hamilton. From Statesville, North Carolina, number 14, Braylon Fowles. From Chillicothe, Illinois, number 20, Hannah Benson. And at Libero from Greenville, North Carolina, number 10, Rachel Buick. The Bears are coached by Mark Wimberly.
Ready. Back here on the Bear Sports Network for this Saturday home game for the Bears. Expecting to see a couple new faces as we see Hannah Benson and Helen Hamilton getting their first reps here in the new Schufer Gymnasium. With the records being so different, we expect to see a couple of different names come in today as we're about to get this one rolling here. As that's Riley Way for the Cavaliers back and starting to serve. As the Cavaliers are going to take up that first point right at the net. Ashley Hawkins not being able to get it over a good block, but just not being able to get back over the net. Helen Hamilton, crafty at the net. Going to pick up that point.
Serving for the Bears, number 6, Ashley Hawkins.
Taylor Prawl bringing the hammer. Not able to get that one. Couple new names in the game today, but they're going to pick up that point. It's going to be interesting to see how Hannah Benson right up on the front. Not very short. She's the 6-foot senior from Chillicothe, Illinois. Came from Parkland College. It's going to be interesting to see how she fits in with the group, getting her a couple reps for the first time here. As Taylor Prawl is going to pick up that point. Cavaliers looking a bit scrambled early. Cavaliers able to find the gap in the Bears defense. This is where we've seen the Bears get out of order a little bit, and the other team will be able to find that gap right, not directly on the back line, but just between a couple Bears players to where they have to guess. Dug up by Rachel Buick. A big block at the net. Taylor Prawl and Benson. Almost celebrating a little bit too early. The Cavaliers trying to get some crafty plays, get the Bears off their game and get them scrambling a little bit as Taylor Prawl is going to bring the hammer. end that long rally. Couple really interesting plays trying to float it over the top of the Bears defense right at the net. They were so tough there last night, as that's going to be an errant set. Dug up by Romp in the back. Hawkins. I believe Taylor Prawl is going to pick up that kill for her third of the day so far. She's got 3 of the 8 points for the Bears. UVA Wise not able to dig it up and looking just a bit too scrambled here early, and that's going to force the Cavaliers to take a timeout, and we'll be right back after this.
When looking for a general contract.
Coming out of a timeout here by the Cavaliers. Bears lead 9-2 early in the first set. Bears taking care of business so far, looking very solid as picking up where they left off last night. As they're going to get that one. That's going to be Kelsey Green, the second leading scorer on their team, 83 kills on the season so far. She's going to get that one to stay in line. Helen Hamilton finds a gap with ease. Rachel Wildermuth checks into the game. She's on the serve. Bears rocking their black uniforms today, picking up another point. First time they've worn them in the shoe. We've seen the all whites. Last night it was a white out in the shoe. Tonight rocking their black jerseys. Communication needs to be stepped up for this Cavaliers team, as so far that's the only thing I've seen that they're just struggling with right now. It looks like a couple players out of place, trying to get them out of sync with the rolling shot. But that's going to be it. Cheyenne Clonch picking up the point for the Bears. Her first time in the shoe. Expect to see a couple different names here today. Big block at the net, Faust and Prawl. We saw that duo take over last night at the net. That's going to be a little bit too far for Prawl. Cavaliers picking up that point. 10-point lead early in the first set for the Bears, hoping they can keep going with what they're doing as they swept the Pioneers last night and took control of the SAC Conference lead. Buick with the diving effort, not enough, as the Cavs pick up that point. A lift violation is going to give that point to the Bears.
Serving for the Bears, number 4, Taylor Brawl.
Big block at the net, but that's not going to be able to stay in the square, as we're seeing a couple subs for the Cavs.
Serving for the Cavaliers, number 15,
Bears able to get on a run really early. Prawl with 3 kills, Hamilton with 2 on a couple crafty sets. A big dig by Buick in the back, and the Bears playing a little bit differently than we've seen them play all year. Not sure if it's just a couple new players entering the game, and Amanda Plank, the freshman from Houston, Texas, making her first appearance as well, as the Cavaliers narrowed the lead down to 8, as we're seeing Benson check back into the game, as well as Mackenzie Holsey. A big kill there for Braylon Faust. A little bit too long on the serve.
Serving for the Cavaliers, number 7, Cassidy Farley.
Prawl with the dig, Benson with the kill. We're seeing lots of subs for this Bears team so far. Hard to keep track of actually who's on the court, who's subbing in and out. Hannah Benson putting a little bit of touch on it. We've seen that move quite a few times so far today from both sides, just trying to get each other just out of rhythm. We're not seeing the big set and spike that we saw last night against the Pioneers. That means the Cavaliers are doing a good job up front, or the Bears are just trying something a little bit different. Hamilton not able to pop that one up.
Serving for the Cavaliers, number 8, Riley Wade.
Big hit by Clonch. Colette Romp not able to save that one. Bears hoping to close this one out. They got a healthy lead, but still hoping to close it out pretty early, save their legs a little bit, as Prawl comes in, not able to get that point. Buick with the dive, and Benson with the block.
Serving for the Bears, number 2, Anna Jordan.
Anna Jordan checks into the game, her first appearance as well. They're going to collect that point, bring their lead back up to 10, 21-11 here in the first set. Jordan back to serve. Jordan's a junior from Statesville, North Carolina, North Iredell High School, as the Cavaliers are going to take a timeout. And we'll be right back after this.
Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
Back here in Schuford Gymnasium. Bears leading 21-11. Looking pretty dominant, but a lot of new faces in here for the Bears. Buick being able to dig that one. You got to give a hand to the effort by Rachel Buick. I don't think I've seen anyone diving on the court or running as much as her in these past couple of years. She absolutely just goes for it. She was National Player of the Week for this past week after her dominant, or after she had an incredible week, digging it up, a couple aces. Very rightly deserved that honor. Not able to get to that one though.
Serving for the Cavaliers, number 1, Caitlin Davidson.
Cavaliers trying to rally back, but not right now, as Taylor Prawl is going to bring the hammer, pick up that point. Bears need 2 more to end this set, as we're seeing Jenna Marr, the freshman from Bryson City, North Carolina, Swain County High School, her first time checking into the game as well. Lots of new faces and a couple freshmen getting their opportunities today to see what they can do as the Bears pick up that point. And now it's game point for this first set.
Serving for the Bears, number 10,
Rachel Buick heads back to serve. Not able to get under that one. The Bears, a couple new faces, Hamilton, Benson, and Clonch, all with 2 kills each on the day so far. Taylor Prawl still leading with 4 overall. And Addison Minor for the Cavaliers leading with 4 kills. And a big hit by Marr. That's going to be a decision, but I believe that point's going to go to Lenoir-Rhyne, and they're going to take that first set after a long decision by the refs. So the Bears take set 1, picking up where they left off last night against Tusculum, and we'll be right back for the second set.
Emergencies don't wait. Get to the hospital. Accidents happen. Get well soon. When it hurts to move forward, tackle your pain. Don't make your health wait. See your doctor. Your health means everything.
Back here on the Bears Sports Network as Lenoir-Rhyne picks up the first set, picking up where they left off against the Tusculum Pioneers last night, having their first sweep all season and looking to take two more here. Couple new faces checking into the game as we see Marr, Benson, Claunch, and Plank all with a couple kills today so far. It's their first time playing in the shoe, getting a couple reps as we see a couple of the starters check back in for the start of this second set, see if they can pull away a little bit to let those underclassmen and reserves get a little bit more time. When we see him check in, we'll try and give him a little bit of a shout out. Big block up at the net. Benson and Romp. We saw Benson take control in the first. Had a block on her own. And then a couple kills as well. Responsible for about 5 points on the season. The Cavaliers having to try a couple different shots, as that was going to be a rolling shot, but into the pin. Or into the needle, excuse me. Both teams understanding that they're playing tough right at the net. So you're going to see a lot more shots like that where it's just a little bit more touch on it, trying to catch them off guard. Seeing if that works to their advantage a little bit better than the big hit. But that's not going to happen as Benson and Rock back to back with the blocks. Bears going to pick up that point. Cavaliers just scrambling all over. Addison Minor with 4 kills on the Cavaliers, leading their team, trying to mop up a little bit of sweat or moisture. Bears up 4-0 early in the second set. Easily taking control in the first. Hamilton lets that one go by her. Looked a little bit more like dodgeball instead of volleyball. That's going to force the Cavaliers to take a timeout early in the second set. Bears lead 5-0.
Let the team at Cordell Harris Insurance Agency find the best coverage options for your personal and commercial.
Paramount Kia in Hickory. We want to see you driving a new Kia or, hey, a quality pre-owned Kia. We've got a huge selection of new and pre-owned Kias. You got to get to Paramount Kia in Hickory, Highway 70, ParamountKia.com.
Back here in the shoe, Bears leading 5-0 early in the second set. Easily taking control of that first set. We saw quite a few different names come into the game. Cavaliers using their timeouts. Hamilton back on the serve. Dana Persinger trying that a little bit of a different shot, as I've been talking about, where they're trying to push it over the blockers of Lenoir-Rhyne and just trying to be a little bit craftier with it, where they're not seeing the hammer. That one's going to be into the rafters, but a good rally and save right there. Ashley Hawkins bringing the hammer. Bears on a big run. Seven nothing. A low line drive serve. Scarce isn't going to be able to get under that one. The communication for the Cavaliers has just been a problem so far in this game. That's going to be a little bit too long for Hamilton, ending that run for the Bears. We'll see if the Cavaliers can get any points back. Cavaliers 3-10 overall in the conference, or overall on the season, and 0-7 in the conference. Hamilton, crafty with the set, gets it right over.
Serving for the Bears, number 6, Ashley Hawkins.
Bears just looking very efficient right now throughout the first set and a half. Persinger, I thought she was going to bring the hammer on that one. Tries to push it over. Pioneers seem really dedicated to that shot. If they believe that's the best way to get around this Bears defense, then they got to do what's best for them, but it is just not working so far early in this game. They're just looking very organized, or very unorganized. But this Bears team is so good. As you're going to see a timeout from LR, and we'll be back.
Emergencies don't wait. Get to the hospital. Accidents happen. Get well soon. When it hurts to move forward, tackle your pain.
Back here in Schufer Gymnasium, Bears lead 12-1 in the second set, easily taking the first. And it looks like they're on their way to another, looking very strong today, very organized and efficient. Believe the Cavaliers could have let that one go out, trying that push shot over. That point's going to go to the Bears off a defender in the front. That's the first time we've seen them really go for a spike. That's going to work out for them, as there was a little bit of space between Hamilton and Romp up at the net. Benson a little bit too long. Could have set that one. A very young team for UVA Wise as I'm going down the line. Only 2 seniors on the team. No juniors, and then the rest are all freshmen and sophomores. Excuse me, 1 junior, Zoe Avery. So a very young team for the Cavaliers, and just looking a little bit off. Still trying to figure out who fits where and what works best for their team. Couple of long rallies for both sides. Seeing Anna Jordan check back in for the Bears as Ashley Hawkins takes a seat. Getting ready for a long road is Colette Romp on the net. Romp, Faust, and Pearl all up front right now. So dominant. Lots of senior leadership here for the Bears, and that's just what the Cavaliers need right now. All these ladies have played together for about 2 to 3 years now at least. The youngest on the court before Pearl stepped out was Anna Jordan. She's a junior, so lots of senior leadership here from the Bears, and you're seeing it. They just play so well together. And this year, they seem to be playing a little bit more efficient, as in past years. You would see the Bears get on a little bit of a run, and then the energy goes 0 to 100, and then they would lose a rally, and then it would go 100 to 0, and you'd be able to feel that in the gym. And then this year, it's been so even. We haven't seen that 0 to 100 and back right down. It's been very even and consistent from this Bears team so far, and they've just looked scary this year, taking a lot of teams up to 5th set, to 5 sets, not afraid to play. As last night against the Pioneers, battling for the top spot in the conference, took an easy win, swept them, as the Bears just playing very well right now in the season.
Serving for the Cavaliers, number 9, Addison Minor.
Good rally for the Cavaliers as that's Addison Minor back for the serve. Minor has 7 kills on the day so far. Buick with the save, Wildermuth putting it back over. Bears looking a bit out of order, and that's what the Cavaliers needed to do. Probably talked in that timeout. And that's what they've been searching for all game, just pushing it over instead of going for the big spike. And with a couple new faces in, trying to figure out all the formations, Lenoir-Rhyne just struggling, but getting right back into it. It looks like it doesn't matter who comes into the game for the Bears. They're just playing very efficient. Pearl checks back in, as well as a man to Plank. Big spike there. A good block by the Cavaliers. It's just not going to stay inside the lines. Dug up by Prawl. Wildermuth with the set. Bringing the hammer. That's Plank, the freshman from Texas. Game point for the Bears. Making this second set look easy. Buick not able to get under that one. Cavaliers live to see another rally. Into the net goes Plank. Cavaliers getting on a little bit of a rally here. Gonna need a long run if they're able to challenge Lenoir-Rhyne for the set. And another mishit for the Bears. Something adding up for UVA Wise is the errors. 15 on the day so far compared to the Bears 5. As I've been saying, the Bears looking very efficient. As we see head coach and a player, I believe that's Plank, talking to the trainer. Hopefully she's all right. We'll see Ashley Hawkins check back into the game for Plank. Hopefully she's all right. Might have rolled her ankle a little bit there. Saw her testing it out. Big hit up at the net. And that's going to be Cheyenne Clonch ending the second set for the Bears. They're going to make it look easy. 25-10. Bears take the second set, and we'll be right back here for the third.
Emergencies don't wait. Get to the hospital. Accidents happen. Get well soon. When it hurts to move forward, tackle your pain. Don't make your health wait. See your doctor.
Doesn't matter who you are. Everett has you covered. Proud sponsor of the LR Bears.
If you play hard, if you use your feet to chase fitness goals, if you stand all day at work, introducing True Energy Infrared Technology Socks. These may be the best socks you ever wear. Our yarn is infused with infrared nanoparticles. Your body's natural heat ignites these tiny particles, producing infrared energy that improves circulation and stimulates cellular recovery. It's not magic, it's
Back here on the Bears Sports Network, Bears taking set 1 and 2 with ease. Lots of new faces coming in for the Bears as well, as we're going to see the main starters come back in for the beginning of this third set. But the Bears just making it look easy. Lots of senior leadership on the court right now. Hamilton and Benson are the newcomers, really. Their first time or their first minutes here in the shoe, playing against this very young UVA Wise Cavaliers team. The Cavaliers, a couple of really good rallies and a really interesting setup against the Bears, as they're just trying just about anything they can. They know they can't hang with the big spike like Taylor Prohl was able to do. They don't have the height for that. And they don't have the height to get over the tall blocking on the front. So they're using what they can to their advantage right now, and that's pushing it right over the top of the blockers. And then on the defensive side, just being able to dig up the big spike from the Bears team has just been really, really tough. The Bears are so crafty setting. They have Taylor Prohl and a couple other players just able to bring the hammer. And that's so tough to compete against, as they just took down what would have been a tie for the conference last night in a sweep. So the Bears just rolling right now. Romp with the big hit. She's going to collect that point. That's going to be her 5th kill of the night. Lots of Bears with multiple points. I see at least 8 players with over 2 kills on the day, and that's going to be a double by Cassidy Farley, the sophomore from Abington, Virginia. Taylor Prohl, unstoppable. That's her 7th kill of the day so far. Hitting .429 on the day, and if you know baseball stats, that's pretty good. Colette Romp also having a day for herself, hitting over 500, 556. Just been a very efficient day for the Bears so far. Benson and Romp at the net. Romp able to find that gap in the Cavaliers' defense. Another point for the Bears, 7-0. UVA Wise head coach Kristen Sellier is going to call a timeout, and we'll be right back after this.
You can use Chick-fil-A Dumont for all your catering needs for special occasions, meetings, and tailgating events. Call 828-569-2769 to place your order today.
Back here in Schufer Gymnasium, the Bears rolling right now. 2-0 in the first two sets, and then rolling on a 7-point streak right now. A little bit too long. Going to give that point right back to the Bears. 18 errors so far on the day for UVA Wise compared to the Bears 5. And I really had limiting errors marked for both teams, as that's almost common sense. You want to have as many or as little mistakes as possible. But the Bears, really, efficiency has been what they've been about. Only 8 errors last night as well, and 5 on the day so far. Head coach has to be pretty happy about that. And the way they've been playing this entire season, #1 in the South Atlantic Conference. Rolling right now in the middle of the season, that's Faust and Brawl up at the line. Not a big block. Braylon Faust and Cassidy Farley battling at the net. A long rally here, as that's going to go into the scorers table. Yeah, a really good rally there by the Cavaliers. Farley and Faust going at it at the net. And that's going to be tough to stop. Taylor Brawl with the spike. So we're seeing Jenna Marr, freshman from Bryson City, North Carolina, Swain County High School. A crafty hit there by Addison Minor. She's been racking up kills for UVA Wise. She's got 8 on the day so far, tied with Taylor Prawl on the most for the game. Little miscommunication in the back, but a good save. I believe that's going to be a double. Giving the ball back to UVA Wise. One of the few errors on the day so far. Kaylee Scarce not able to get under that one.
Serving for the Bears, number 7, Rachel Wildermuth.
So we see a couple new faces check in for the Bears. Wildermuth, who's been playing pretty well when she's been coming in. One of the few freshmen that's been getting quite a bit of time on this Bears team. Being really efficient so far. She had 2 aces, I believe, 2 weeks ago. And that's going to be Mar, a little bit too much on that one, giving some life to the Cavaliers as they need anything they can get right now. 13-4 here in the third set. Bears with a comfortable lead as they've been pretty comfortable the entire game so far. And that's going to end the Cavaliers' run. Couple pair of Bears checking in. I believe that's Prawl and Amanda Plank.
Serving for the Bears, number 4, Taylor Prawl.
UVA Wise picking up that point.
Serving for the Cavaliers, number 4, Madeline Gibson.
That was Madeline Gibson. First time I've called her name today. Not able to save that one in the back. The libero, Kana Davidson.
Serving for the Bears, number 14, Braylon Faust. Blocked by number 25, Amanda Plank.
Amanda Plank with the big block at the net. UVA Wise battling in this third set. Bears still up 10. The libero, Kana Davidson from Yorktown, Virginia.
Serving for the Cavaliers, number
Back
1,
for the
Kate
serve.
Davidson.
She's had 5 digs on the day so far. That point's going to go to the Bears. Another error for this young UVA Wise team. 20 errors on the day so far for them. 21 now, excuse me.
Bears, number 12, Harriet Hamilton.
Romp getting caught between, or the ball getting caught between the net and Romp.
Serving for the Cavaliers, number 8, Riley Wade.
Hamilton's going to get a piece of that one, and that point is going to go to the Cavaliers. Taylor Prawl, a couple digs in the back, but Plank's going to get that one to go off a Cavalier. The Bears up 18-8 in this third set. Anna Jordan now checks into the game. She's going to get that one to dribble over the net and get the Cavaliers out of place, picking up that ace. Bears picking up that point. The setup for the Cavaliers and the defensive strategy is a little bit different. As you see, when the Bears have the ball and setting up their offense, the Cavaliers are grouped a little bit closer to the net, and only the libero is sitting in the back, and that's got to be pretty tough to get around to, and that's where communication really takes a big part in this game. A big block up there by Benson in romp. We've called their name quite a bit tonight as they've been dominant up at the front. Hannah Benson definitely making a case for more playing time. Anna Jordan a little too excited, gets the game rolling a little bit before the judges were ready. The Cavaliers find a rare gap in that Bears defense. A long rally. Bears fans not liking that call, and that point's going to go to the Cavaliers. And an errant serve is going to give it right back to the Bears. 2 away from taking the sweep, back-to-back nights. Hannah Benson checking out of the game. She's had a great day. She's had 3 kills, a dig, and just been so dominant up front and accounting for 6 more points on the front line blocking. Anna Jordan watching that one go out. It was a little bit too long. Seeing a couple more Bears check in. Wildermuth and Clonch. Bears hoping to close this one out. Game point. Braylon Faust. The Bears with their second sweep on the season, back-to-back nights, leading the South Atlantic Conference now. A dominant day by the Bears. Taylor Prawl is going to get player of the game stats-wise with 10 kills, hitting 10 for 22. That's 409. Colette Romp hitting 6 for 15. That's 400 on the dot. Helen Hamilton, very efficient up at the net, 5 for 7, hitting 714. So many Bears on the board here. Plank, Clonch, Benson with 3. She was a big player as well. 6, accounting for 6 more points on the blocks today. She had herself a day. Mara with 3. Faust with 4 kills. And then Hamilton with 5. Dominance on the Bear side, playing the young UVA-wise team who battled, but just not enough for this senior leadership on the Bears side. The Bears now going into 5 straight road games. They'll be back home on October 22nd. We look forward to see you then. Thanks for tuning in today on the Bear Sports Network.